I know that you were involved in a Kamikaze Attack.
Come on, I'll show you. See right here, here's your Kamikaze. You can see a little bit of the mast. I was right there when it was hit.
Wow. What happened to your finger?
Snowblower.
What happened?
He cut off the tip of the snowblower.
So you survived a Kamikaze attack on a ship, but the snowblower got you.
That's about right.
Oh, man. What is your age right now?
106.
106.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I'm here. I get up in the morning. I can't do a lot.
You behave yourself?
No.
No. Of course not.
No.
Dad.
Who is this young man?
My baby. He's my baby.
I'm the babysitter. Now, roles are reversed. Right?
Well, I stopped driving at age 95. Birthday gift to my kids. They were getting real excited about me at 95 driving a car. So I gave up my driving and car. You're bound. There's no place to go, no place to do. Can't play bridge anymore. Your social life disappears. And I mean, it disappears. About 3, maybe 4 years ago now, I was doing really great. And all of a sudden I had a very major heart attack. Tick bite. Fortunately, 2 of my grandsons were here. Big husky, 6'5". They could pick me up, and finally they slapped me into a rescue wagon. I left it. I really did. They pulled me out. And if you want a shock, and you open your eyes, oh my God, it's the brightest light, the most intense color you'll ever see. It made me know there's a God. I know there's a God, and he can't convince me otherwise.
600 landlubber civilians are ready to up anchor and see the Navy. It's all part of the gigantic new volunteer training program to bolster fleet reserves as we near a 2-ocean Navy strength.
I got in the Navy Reserve in 1939. When I was growing up, a friend of my dad's, next door neighbor actually, any Navy magazines he got, he gave me to read. And that's about all I did. I must have been a hell of a nerd. Women had never heard of them. Never heard of them.
Franklin Roosevelt makes a momentous declaration. The U.S. Navy will find ways to help British convoys cross the Atlantic.
The Navy could see they were getting into a bind for the number of officers they had. They established a series of schools. The one I attended was the very first of these schools.
264 new ensigns commissioned as the first of 5,000 volunteer officers to complete training.
I knew I was going to have to join something, and you might have joined first class. A hell of a lot more comfortable and reasonable than pounding ground.
In landlocked armories, the Naval Reserve cadet learns the essentials of naval routine.
Engine room, standard speed, 25 knots.
Standard speed, 25 knots, sir.
First tour of duty was on the USS Idaho. Big old-time job. We got sent up to Iceland.
Undisclosed units of our American Navy landed the advanced force. Britain is 3 hours flying distance. 3.5 hours away is German-occupied Norway. And Iceland guards the vital Atlantic shipping lane.
Roosevelt and Churchill had gotten together on what they called the Neutrality Patrol. And we joined several British battleships. We were trying to keep the Bismarck and the German cruiser ashore and keep them there. We didn't want them coming out. But that's how I happened to be in Iceland when the war broke out.
Dateline, Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941.
And with that, we loaded up and we're headed for the States as fast as we could get there. We kicked around the Bay Area for a short time. Then we got involved in the Aleutians.
Stretching out from the mainland is the 1,200-mile chain of U.S.-owned Aleutian Island. Its westernmost tip, Attu, is nearer to embattled Japan than Hawaii, Guam, or the Philippines.
The Japanese at that time had moved into Kiska and Attu, the two end islands in the Aleutian Islands. We did not like that, and we were going to make sure they didn't go any farther. We got radar. Nobody had ever seen radar before, but radar we got. All of a sudden, she sees bip, bip, bip on a radar in gunnery range. Wombo, wombo. She fired every damn bit of ammunition she had. The guns were so hot. She was firing at the top of mountains, 3 skip distances away. She had to be re-gunned, and that made the Admiral a very unhappy man. I was kicking around on the small aircraft carriers as a gunnery officer. The Savo Island, they were carrying fighters to the Marines at Guadalcanal. We had as many fighter planes on board as we could possibly squeeze. Why they would work, say, well, we're going after an island. They'd go, okay, we're going to do it. Well, the Japanese were there, okay. All right, all the dug in caves. They've been built gun in place and stuff like that. The big ships, the battleships, and a certain number of the aircraft would have the duty of wiping those people out before the invasion.
A vast American naval force. Battleships, cruisers, destroyers, submarines, and swarms of planes patrolling Pacific waters for hundreds of miles around the Philippine Islands. The Navy is looking for trouble.
You were involved in a Kamikaze Attack.
We moved from the eastern part of the Philippines through the canal down there and over the South China Sea. We thought we were going to get clobbered. I, being a gunnery officer of that carrier, had the topmost spot on the ship. They hit our ship not over 5 feet above my head. The plane was badly damaged. It was a fire, and obviously the pilot was gone. Fortunately, we were wearing helmets. So all we got was a huge rain of Japanese rivets. It took all our radar off, all the radios, right on the top of my head. This is a picture of the Savo Island. You can see right here, here's your Kamikaze. You can see a little bit of the mast. I was right there when it was hit.
What was going through your mind during that attack?
You're busy. You're busy. You might have 10 guns on one side shooting at that plane, and you're watching the plane coming in like this. That's all you see. Fortunately, not a person got hurt.
Did you feel lucky?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We only had one guy came up saying he wanted a Purple Heart. He was up top side. He get hit by a few rivets, but when he came around, thought the Chinese at the rivets had wounded him. Everybody else had the same thing. But he was supposed to be an engineer down 5 decks down below.
Were you scared or fearful?
You're too busy. You don't have time to get scared.
You said that plane was not far from you.
Right over the top of my head.
So had that plane been a few feet lower, you wouldn't be sitting here right now.
If it had been 5 feet lower, you wouldn't see me.
I'm intensely proud of the successes our fighting men have won over the Japanese, and I'm sure all of you share this feeling.
Did you lose any friends in World War II that were killed in combat?
Oh, yeah. My closest friend, he ended up getting shot down in the islands down there. He lived for 3 weeks eating plants and grubs and stuff. Finally, the natives found him, hauled him out, turned him over to the Australians. The natives down that way, in general, were friendly to us. We did a lot of shore bombardment work. There's a big old ship like this with 5 doctors on board, a big sick bay. We saw the no legs and no arms and stuff like that.
Does that stay with you?
Oh, yeah, to a degree, yes. You can't forget stuff like that.
Are any of your buddies from the war still alive?
No, they're gone. I have no hope of reviving them.
What is your advice for young men and women thinking about joining the Navy?
If I were a young man starting to think about the Navy career, the first thing a young officer should consider, he's got to marry a wife who's a pure A. They've got to be pure A because of the brutal life they lead. My wife thought nothing of hopping in a car with 2 kids and driving from San Francisco to here. Think nothing of it. But you got to be an A to do it.
Now, what do you mean by a pure A?
Very strong, not afraid of anything.
Was your wife a pure A?
Oh, yeah.
What brings you joy? What makes you happy?
I follow more sports than anything. Regular TV to me is horrible. You have to turn it off the air. It's just junk.
Do you follow the news?
Follow the news?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. It's the only thing I got left. I don't like it.
What do you think of the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth?
I don't like to think about him. I better keep my mouth shut. He'll be investigating me. No, I am not a Trump fan, you can put it that way. Seriously not a Trump fan.
Why not?
He's not doing the right things. He's forgetting rid of democracy. I call him King Trump. The first.
Are you optimistic about the future of the United States?
Not as optimistic as I'd like to be. Okay, so Trump won. According to the New York Times, the units that pushed him over the top was the population in the late 20s and early 30s. Okay, so it happened that way. But what caused that group to vote for Trump? To me, I look back and I recall my own high school training, where you were mandatory, had to have a civics course. I mean mandatory, I didn't like it, but at least I learned how the government's supposed to run. That group of people in there have never had civics. They have no idea of how the power is supposed to be distributed. So the guy can put it on the leg of show, wins it all.
After the war, you stayed in the Navy.
At the end of World War II, I couldn't make up my mind whether they're going to stay in or get out. I retired as a commander. I was only 41 when I retired. At 41, I had no problem getting a job with an outfit called Seal. We were basically manufacturing material for the space industry. So I worked for them for 10 years, my Social Security. So I got Navy retirement, Social Security retirement. I'm a triple dipper. The way I get along now, my capabilities are limited. One day a week, at 9 o'clock, the door will pipe open, and some lady will come in and say, if I need something at the store, she'll drive me up to get what I want. Go to the post office and stuff like this, and do all the little odds and ends. Then at 9 o'clock in the morning on Friday, up pops the nurse and gives you the basic physical exam every Friday morning, and she's out the door. That's the way I keep going. What kind of camera you got there?
So this is a little 4K gimbal camera, so it's got this stabilizer.
Yeah.
I take it when I have to move around a lot.
Yeah.
So say hi.
Yeah. This is my nest. These are the letters I wrote my mother during the war. She's got a copy of every one of them right here.
What is that?
The White House.
What was in that envelope? President Biden sent you a letter and a picture?
There it is.
Oh, wow.
The congressman, the governor. I'm just trying to sort some of this stuff out.
Sure.
A lot of it I don't need, but a lot of them I want to keep. But a little bit of everything here.
That's great.
I enjoyed, thank you.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
You behave yourself?
No,
No, of course not.
no.
He's been officially grounded by his nurse. No more working in the yard. It kills him.
Yeah, they got me all wrapped up.
You don't want ticks.
Yeah, well, remember, that's how you got your heart attack, was a tick working out in the yard.
That's right, he told me.
Yeah.
So it goes. So it goes.